Hi and welcome everyone here on 2K Sports. Can't wait to get some NBA action going. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And joining us from the sidelines is David Aldridge. All right, a chance to check out stats for Najee Marshall.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
And the starting lineup for the Pelicans, the guard set is Alvarado and McCollum. Williamson out there with Trey Murphy. And it's Messi in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Dallas, Klay Thompson is out there with Edwards. Then there's Irving. Then there's Christie. And it's Prosper in at the 5. Stan, for coaches who are on the hot seat, how in the world do they stay focused?
Well, Kevin, I think, look, most coaches have very thick skins. You're going to get criticized every day. You have to know that when you get into the profession, and you just got to stay focused on the things you can control. And my brother always used to tell me, don't worry about criticism from people you wouldn't take advice from.
Ah, that's pretty good advice in itself.
It is.
My goodness. And the shot is good. Messi's got the first points up on the board tonight here for New Orleans. Now here's Irving. He's defended by Alvarado.
I like the selfless approach from Kyrie tonight, doing whatever he can to help his team.
And so McCollum will bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
Well, we know, GA, the Mavs are so adept at hunting the matchups they want. They're patient and methodical.
Yeah, they never look like they're in a rush, right? Even when you send a double or trap the ball, the Mavs stay calm and know where to go. It's what makes slowing down their pick and roll so difficult.
Greg, you love this topic more than anyone. When you think about the best ball handlers of all time, where does Kyrie Irving rank on your list?
Well, you know, I think, Kevin, he's at the very top. I've never seen anyone else pull off some of the things he does. Certainly makes a strong case for the best ever.
And defensively, Stan, the Pelicans look to try and switch as much as they can.
Yeah, Kevin, and it makes sense with their personnel. It can mean reduced minutes for traditional centers at times, but that's the defensive philosophy they've committed to.
Olynyk, he's checked in for New Orleans. Both free throws good from Kyrie Irving.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Williamson looking it over. Takes it off the glass.
Well, to Zion, a little bit of contact is nothing. I'm not even sure he feels it.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, Jason Kidd and I talked a few minutes ago, so I wanted to know what his plans were for going up against C.J. McCollum. Coach said outsmarting him isn't really an option. He added, I think we'll just try to throw size at him so his shots aren't coming easy and his sight lines are disrupted. So he's looking to challenge McCollum as much as possible. Kevin?
Thank you, David. And here is Williamson after the three-pointer from Klay Thompson. And finished off by Williamson.
Already such a well-coordinated athlete for his size and age. Williamson bringing down the house.
And great camera work showing up on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Williamson's gotten 2 of his 3 shots to go tonight. Outside Irving. Shoots over Alvarado. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Pass to Olynyk. Now here's Williamson. Covered by Irving. 5 to shoot. Here's Alvarado. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's Prosper. He's defended by Alvarado. Here's Edwards. Williamson with the block.
Well, the speed that Zion gets off the floor, he made the most of it on that play.
Irving for three. That doesn't fall either. He's missed his first 2 shots tonight. The Pelicans have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. They set the pick. Got it. Good job in the low post. Williamson's got 6. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Pass to Christie. Back to Irving. Thompson outside. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. New Orleans in the lead. Now, Williamson. And there's... Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible. Defying the laws of physics, Zion Williamson.
Now, here's Irving. He's a guy we see deliver on a nightly basis, averaging about 24.5 points a game. And Jason Kidd is called timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. So for the Pelicans, Boston's checked in, and Hawkins subbed in for Jose Alvarado. .152 left in the first quarter. Hawkins against Dinwiddie. Marshall sets a screen for Exum. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Hawkins passes to Boston. Williamson in the post. Working on Thompson. Olynyk, a screen on Dinwiddie. 4 on the shot clock. The shot by Hawkins, no good. And so it's Exum with it. They'll bring it up for the Mavericks. They trail by 3. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
Yeah, they got into a terrific flow offensively, but a lot of that was because the defense they were facing was mediocre.
Yeah, but even against weak defense, your execution still mattered. Luckily, they were able to take advantage.
Marshall gets the bucket.
The high basketball IQ of Klay Thompson, finding a better look there.
New Orleans has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Count it, good.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
Dinwiddie against Hawkins. Steps back. Dinwiddie kicks to Thompson. The 3 connects from 3-point range. Thompson's got 6.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a 3-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Williamson outside. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. Mavericks lead by 1. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving. All those assisted buckets means the offense is running well.
And something else that I liked is how they attack the paint, finding ways to get inside and capitalize time and time again.
The Mavericks leading, so with Irving on the bench. Here's the 5 for Jason Kidd right now. They've got Edwards. Spencer Dinwiddie out there with Dante Exum. Then there's P.J. Washington. And it's Marshall in at the 3. Dinwiddie finds Washington. Rebounded by McCollum. You know, Greg, it's been great to see the Pelicans get to the next level these past few seasons, hasn't it?
It has, and they've become one of the deeper teams in the NBA over that time. It's not just about one guy. There's talent up and down that roster.
Hawkins finessing his way to finding a window in close.
McCollum against Dinwiddie. Washington with a screen on McCollum. Dinwiddie for 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Dinwiddie's got 7 points in the game. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
Here's Robinson Earl. Really played well against Sacramento in his last outing. McCollum outside with his first shot attempt. He gets that one. McCollum's got his first basket.
Well, McCollum really can hit from anywhere. He's got every move.
And Jason Kidd is called timeout. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. Kelly Olynyk's checked in for New Orleans. Jose Alvarado comes in for Hawkins. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Outside Edwards. Pass to Washington. Pelicans pull it in. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
And they really got after it from a defensive standpoint throughout that entire game. The turnovers they forced really tell the story.
Well, hey, if you can prevent the other team from getting into a rhythm, the advantage is all yours.
Now here's McCollum. Boy, that win against the Kings. He's another guy who really showed up to play. And here we go. The fast break with Dinwiddie. Pass to Edwards. And he gets the bucket. Edwards got his first bucket of the night.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
Inside, Robinson Earl. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Well, he's a crafty combo guard. You got to love seeing McCollum play the role of distributor there.
And GA, what you have to admire about C.J. McCollum is he is the consummate pro.
Yeah, at this stage of his career, he's the adult in the room, and he's grown into a connector on the floor while still being that professional scorer.
And timeout called by Willie Green. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. A different look for Dallas. Prosper's checked in, and Kyrie Irving subbed in for Najee Marshall. New Orleans also making some changes. Williamson is checked in for Kelly Olynyk, and Trey Murphy subbed in for Jeremiah Robinson Earl. Pass to Boston. New Orleans moving it around. Williamson with it. Clock at 6. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession.
And checking out some numbers for Irving. Over the last month, he has been spectacular. Putting up 26 points per, 5 assists, and 5 rebounds. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Yeah, he gives you something to build around night after night. Reliability is huge in this league.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Exum. Christie subbed in for Spencer Dinwiddie. Here's Irving. The teardrop falls in. Irving's got the lead up to 4 now for the Mavs.
I mean, the airtight handle of Irving, just leaving defenders in his dust.
Pass to Boston. Williamson, a screen on Thompson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And you know, Greg, we're seeing so many teams utilizing the dribble handoff.
And it really forces the defense into a bad spot, can create situations where the offense has an advantage, and then it allows you to kind of seek out the matchup.
And he knocks down the first one. Edwards, he's checked in for P.J. Washington. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Mavericks leading by 3. Christie the pass to Edwards. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That one is off. The Pelicans making a switch here. Brown's checked in. And the second free throw, good. Pelicans trail by 4. Pass to Boston. Brown with the screen on Thompson. Down low. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Tried to get in there using his height. Murphy working through the defense.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. The Mavericks at last season's trade deadline added length by acquiring Daniel Gafford and P.J. Washington. Coach Jason Kidd says they help on both ends. Gafford has the ability to roll, has great hands. P.J. can put the ball on the floor and guard 1 through 5. And then defensively, they both bring physicality. Kevin?
David, there is an argument to be made. That was one of the best trades at midseason this league has seen in a very long time. Here's Boston. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Williamson up top. Pass to Brown. Back to Williamson. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. And it's Brown missing. Mavericks leading by 5. Here's Christie. He's coming off a 19-point game against Miami.
Yeah, but it wasn't just the scoring. He had a bunch of assists, too, affecting the offense in so many ways.
Alvarado with it. He picked up 18 points in their last win against Sacramento.
Yeah, and his facilitating was also extremely impressive. He was outsmarting the defense and easily connecting with ready shooters.
And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's Dallas, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot. Kyrie, what were you all focusing on coming into the game tonight?
So I come out with a intense focus and intensity that other teams can't match. Just doing whatever it takes to keep our tempo. Guys are in a great rhythm when we have a great tempo. So just trying to get everybody involved and do whatever it takes to win.
Well, we'll see if you can keep playing at your pace in the second half. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
Welcome to halftime, and after 2 quarters played, some ground to make up for the New Orleans Pelicans.
If they think they'll win with this kind of defense, they're tripping. When you give up that many good shots, it fuels your opponent's fire.
You like gasoline on a flame, I'd say. All right, fellas, let's now take a look at what's to come on the upcoming schedule.
In that game against the Spurs, this will be a good challenge. If they could come in, play with intensity, and sustain that, they'll be right there at the end, Shaq.
I want to see how they play.
And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Zion Williamson with a strong contribution so far, guys, in this one.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Mavericks. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. Tipping off the second half, here's Willie Green's foul. The guard set is Alvarado and McCollum. Trey Murphy is out there with Zion Williamson. And it's Misi in at the center position. The Pelicans shooting 55% from the floor. They're feeling very confident offensively. Orleans moving it around. Williamson against Edwards. Williamson double teamed. Over Edwards. Here's Misi, and he dunks it down.
And just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this lead.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark. And on the way from Irving for three.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
McCollum looking it over. To the inside. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
He's more than capable of running an offense. McCollum is a combo guard who you trust with the ball.
Timeout.
And Jason Kidd is called timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. Take a look at the Mavericks. They're holding the edge for the last playoff slot. I am sure they'd feel better if they could jump up a couple rankings. And checking out New Orleans. Just need to take it a game at a time.
And, you know, for the Pelicans, their place in the standings would be a disappointment for just about any team, but especially one with such high expectations.
I agree, guys. I thought they'd be a lot better. Sometimes you can have disappointing years like this, though, and they're not a lot of fun to be a part of.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Back to Alvarado. Second shot opportunity, and the layup is up and in. Alvarado's got his first points in this one.
And if I'm his coach, I'm very pleased with this kind of energy on the offensive glass. Textbook play.
They set the pick. Irving from long range. Pelicans with the rebound.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Alvarado finds McCollum. And two free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Here we are, Stan, seeing more and more great international players in the NBA. And you've had a chance to coach some of the good ones as well.
So, yeah, look, Kevin, you're right about the league now. We see every year, it seems like, the MVP is an international player. I had Hito Turkoglu was a big part of what we did in Orlando.
Yes.
Was the most improved player in the league one year and a key part of our team that made it to the finals. 6'10", highly skilled, very versatile guy. There are great players coming from everywhere in the world.
And he makes both free throws.
An impressive young talent, and Murphy knows his role is to use that scorer's mentality.
Christie kicks to Thompson. Good! Thompson makes it look so easy.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
Pass to McCollum. Launches it. Sinks the three-pointer. McCollum's got his second basket of the night.
Well, McCollum is never afraid to get competitive at the arc.
Now a veteran in the NBA, C.J. McCollum, seems to have adjusted nicely, don't you think, to his role as elder statesman.
Kevin, even going back years, I always thought that C.J. McCollum was one of the most consistent guys in the league. Seems like every time you check the box score, he'd have over 20 points, but never like 40, just every night, pencil him in. 20 to 30 in those range, 5 or 6 assists, high percentage. This guy is as consistent as they come.
Back to Williamson. For the lead. Great tee that time from Edwards. For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Alvarado with the steal. 1:43 left in the third quarter of the game. Offensive rebound. Another shot. Here's Misi, and that one is stuffed right through. As we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
And Jason Kidd is called timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. New Orleans making a switch here. Boston's checked in. With this break in the action, here's a look at the teams that have blocked the most shots in the NBA this last month. Second, the Mavericks.
They have been racking up the blocks lately. I mean, if they keep this up, they're going to be a very difficult matchup for anybody.
Exum passes to Washington. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Marshall gets the bucket.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
And so it's Williamson who brings up the ball for the Pelicans. A 2-point game. They host the Spurs after this one. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. McCollum kicks to Williamson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And so the ball out of bounds. Williamson touched it last.
And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Zion Williamson. He's been fantastic over the last 10 games or so, averaging about 27 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. But you look at the rebound totals, and it's a big part of what he does for this team.
Everybody has their strengths. Easy to see that rebounding is his, and he is honed in on it.
Dwight Powell's checked in for Thompson. Cranes the three-pointer. And the Mavericks lead by 5.
The defense a step slow. You can see the result.
Dinwiddie against McCollum. Shoots over Dinwiddie. McCollum no good.
And guys, his shot hasn't been falling this quarter. Time to settle down, refocus, and get a really high percentage look.
Now here's Powell. Back to Dinwiddie. Marshall sets a screen for Dinwiddie. No good on the triple. And we've reached the end of the third. The Mavericks on top. They lead by 5. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter next. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Now that is an elite level dish. What a great passer.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. So with Irving on the bench, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd right now. They got Powell. Dante Exum is out there with Spencer Dinwiddie. Then there's Washington. And it's Marshall in at the 3. It's Hawkins on the wing. He's defended by Exum. Mavericks leading by 5. Marshall passes to Dinwiddie. Powell kicks to Washington. Pass to Dinwiddie. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And in tight, Dinwiddie's got a good sense of how to be effective. Whether it's with the power or finesse, he can find a way to beat his man.
Olynyk can't hit.
Excellent coverage defensively, making it hard on him.
Dinwiddie for 3. No good that time. Pelicans trail by 7. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Yes, that goes in.
They continue to battle out there, so close to taking the lead.
Yeah, this is definitely a close one. Let's see if they have enough in the tank to take the lead here. Well, and after making just one triple going into the break, he's still looking for his first make from distance here in the second half.
Here's Boston. Over Marshall. Boston, no good. Exum deciding where to go with it. Pass to Marshall. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one on Olynyk. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Mavericks.
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. It's really great when you see it in action.
And on top of that, they've really been dialed in from deep, just dropping triple after triple.
That's good for Marshall. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Prosper's checked in. Klay Thompson comes in for P.J. Washington. Christie's checked in for Dante Exum. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Spencer Dinwiddie. That one is no good.
Well, in the rebounding game, at least, it's been a strong physical performance for him.
So, Coach, thinking about Zion Williamson and his impact on the game, sometimes his playmaking can be overlooked a little bit.
Yeah, Kevin, this guy is really unselfish, and I think Zion actually relishes setting up teammates for shots more than he likes to score. He knows he's going to draw a lot of attention, and he creates shots for his team.
Just hearing you talk, I know you really like him, even personally, don't you? You love him as a player, but personally you like him.
Just a great person.
Find the lane. Find the lane. Nice shot.
And that one misses.
Your classic combo guard. C.J. McCollum can play off the ball as a shooting guard, but also can run the point at times. A valuable piece for this team.
Here's Irving. Zion Williamson making his last shot. To the paint, Thompson. It's blocked. Williamson dishes to McCollum. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Alvarado finds Williamson. Now here's McCollum. Good, and the assist goes to Williamson. And the Pelicans lead by 1. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Pelicans.
Well, they're shot blocking. The defensive effort level has been great. You got to love that intensity.
And just a great job converting those second chance points as well. They're having a great night getting those second and third shot opportunities.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, Jason Kidd going over the plan with his team for the last few minutes. He asked his team to dig deep. He said, I know you're tired, but they're tired too. It's about who can give more than the other guy at this point. Show me what you can give. Back to you.
All right, David, thanks. McCollum against Christie. And it's blocked.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
McCollum outside. Back to Williamson. Williamson double team. And here's McCollum for three. And another three for New Orleans.
Certainly a guy you can rely on in pressure situations. McCollum is a savvy vet who can get it done.
Now, here is Irving. Into the lane. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And make no mistake, Irving wants the ball in his hands in these moments. His confidence is off the charts.
Getting it done at the line as he usually does, and that could be huge in a tight game like this one.
For New Orleans, they've gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Here's McCollum. It's hauled in by Edwards.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right, and you still get a bad result.
Here's Irving. Plays it up off the glass.
The defender has Irving closely covered, but he's just so determined to get through the contact and to the bucket.
McCollum outside. Pass to Alvarado. McCollum outside. From outside, off the mark.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
Irving double team. Edwards passes to Thompson. Here's Christie. Gets the three to fall.
That is world class.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
And timeout called by Willie Green. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. There's 53 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And they get it. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
And Murphy has become a more well-rounded offensive player, and that includes his ability to draw fouls.
First free throw is good, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
And that would have been a killer if he missed one of those, but he was rock solid. That trims the lead now to a one-possession game.
Irving double team. The deep three from Thompson. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
Big time from Clay. Doesn't get phased when he has the opportunity. They've got to take the first good shot they can find.
Yeah, and it basically all comes down to this. If they come away empty here, this one's pretty much over.
And so it's Willie Green here calling timeout. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. And so it looks like the Pelicans will retain possession here. And right now, let's watch that terrific swat.
And guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest, going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
Mavericks on D, leading by 5. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. Mavericks with the rebound. And an intentional foul right there. He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 7-point game.
Taking care of business at the line, and he adds some cushion to their lead.
A 3 from McCollum. Kyrie Irving grabs the miss. Alvarado with the steal. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
And now let's go over to David Aldridge from the sideline for an interview with our player of the game. Hey, David.
Hey, thanks very much, Clay. You had it going tonight. Now, when you are that hot, what are you trying to do on the court?
Took a couple bad shots, a couple heat checks, but they went in tonight. Fortunately, when you got the hot hand, you're just looking for that little ounce of space, because all you need is an inch or two, and that thing's just flicking off the wrist so easy, and it just had to be one of those nights.
That leads to one of those wins for your team, man. Thanks very much. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. For Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for being with us tonight on 2K Sports. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Klay Thompson.